Yeah, great match from you. Love to see more of that.
Yeah, we're fine.
We're moving on.
I appreciate it.
All right,
Yep,
let's
thank you,
see
Child.
this beautiful matchup.
That was Get Some
Mr.
Sleep,
Lethal.
Child. But now we got Mr. Lethal
And
Game & Watch
Beegs.
versus Beegs.
Beegs
We're
and
seeing
Beegs Jr. Look at
Beegs
this.
Jr. versus Beegs, son of Beegs.
I don't know if I've ever seen Game & Watch versus Cloud too much.
I'm curious to see how Lethal tries to handle this match, and I'm curious to see what Beegs does in this match. Son of a Beegs, who
That's
just
Beegs
misses
Jr.
ledge, but he gets a good mix-up. Misses the down smash.
Mr. Lethal.
Misses the juggle for air. I think Game & Watch is Lethal. He's got some good mix-up play. He knows how to interrupt. We saw that with Touche. Can he interrupt Beegs enough to keep him off guard? Beegs is very good at persevering, really learning when his time is to go and make a move.
I will say one thing that Mr. Lethal probably will be saying to himself after, I wish he played somebody with more projectiles so he could bucket it. Because that bucket is one of the main things that Mr. Lethal sometimes plays around. He does a lot of aerials, but he really waits for you to initiate things.
I think what Mr. Lethal may rue at the end of this match is he's playing against a Cloud.
I mean, yeah.
But
Here we go.
we saw Mr. Lethal's mix-ups. We saw Mr. Lethal's mix-ups on Touche, and it went really far to plan. He's doing a lot of damage to Beegs. But
He's not down and out. He's
Beegs
down.
is quite good at reading and adjusting, adapting.
He's never down and out.
Lethal is going to have to mix up hard in order to take Beegs on here.
125. He's not doing too bad. He's actually keeping it.
That was a great spot dodge.
Hitting him off the ledge into him
Can he punish?
at 138. I would hope he could punish.
Mr. Lethal with an up smash, but he got the spot dodge to take a hit on Cloud. But it was interesting to see that. But
Only
Beegs-
37%. He's still in a really good spot here. Almost
just
dead.
barely,
stays alive.
just barely. I think we're gonna see quite a bit of this. Lethal is going to struggle with the final touch against Beegs here.
Oh, look at that. That was a Mr. Lethal reversing the edge guard for himself. He just went off the edge.
The grab to keep Lethal in stasis.
And now with limit break, he's just, you have to stay out there. You basically
Ooh, good punish.
finally killed Mr. Lethal.
It's a good
job.
The question is, how can he continue to do that? It's going to be hard to get that finishing hit.
I don't know.
He gets a
Goes for the
4.
nine. At 114, I still think he can cook something up here and make it happen.
He can at least knock up that counter at the bottom. It's going to be tough, though.
All you can ask when playing against Beegs is that you put up an effort. You can't just let him get a win for nothing. He has to
Make
put
it
up-
tough.
Yeah. He's got to have some reason for being here. He can't just show up and win every time. At 159, he's still alive somehow. Mr. Lethal just needs to get some damage off before he inevitably dies.
He's at such a high damage, Cloud is going to get something off on him. He's going to lose to it.
I think literally anything.
There it
kills.
is.
Never
It's
mind.
not. He lives. SDI.
My God.
Ooh, there it is.
And he keeps a limit, so that's going to be some free damage for.
Knocks him with the
Beegs.
dare. Gets the limit to tick him up a little bit.
Little jab from
There
him.
it is.
There's 23%. 62% for Beegs with 2 stocks left. 42% with 1 stock left. Mr. Lethal.
This is where Beegs is going to start maybe intimidating Mr. Lethal a little bit. Lethal's going to really, he's going to watch out a
This
little
is
bit.
where men become boys.
That chaotic, there's
Oh,
a nice
dear.
dare, but he almost lives, but he accidentally hits down air and spikes himself.
Well, I think he thought he was dead, and then him staying alive.
Likely. I think that likely as well.
Not a bad effort from Mr. Lethal, but Beegs is just such a force of nature.
We're gonna see a little bit of nerves against Beegs, I think, from Mr. Lethal.
It's only natural.
His chaotic energy sort of disappeared over the course of
Yeah.
that first game.
Played a lot more passive and just waiting for something to happen.
I'm not certain what will benefit him better. Should he keep that chaotic energy going, or should he play a bit more methodical?
I think in my opinion, Mr. Game & Watch is very much a character that you have to start instigating things. You can't sit around forever and just wait for things to happen.
Beegs is very good at knowing when somebody's going to come in and when it's his turn to attack, so it's going to be tough for Lethal to find those areas to really get in there.
He might have to turn to the 9. If it ends up, he might have to turn to the 9.
I definitely think we're going to see a little bit more side B when it comes down, especially to game 3.
Alright, let's see how this plays out. Did he just have Hollow Bastion? Or... I don't remember what that
The
was.
players choose what they want to play. I'm not going to argue.
We're on small battle. Or battlefield. Early percent advantage for Beegs here. But Mr. Lethal making it the same, even though Beegs now has limit.
You've got to say, it takes a lot more from Game & Watch to tick up that damage meter than it is for Cloud to hit that Game & Watch up.
Whenever limit comes out, it's basically a big come get me.
That was a good mix-up from Lethal to avoid Beegs' down air on ledge guard.
Unfortunate death.
Beegs
for Mr.
takes it
Lethal.
anyway there.
I don't know if it's a underdog story or something here, but
Ooh, just misses ledge grab into that limit break.
I don't know if it's an underdog story here, but Beegs Jr., aka Mr. Lethal, really making me hope that he wins this.
You really got to root for him.
But he just can't find an opening.
Beegs is a proven fighter. He knows what he's doing. He's experienced. He's skilled. He adapts. You'd love to see Lethal get a little bit of a turnaround on him. You'd love to see him get the better of him here.
I think Mr. Lethal has succumbed to his tendencies of just panicking while down in stocks. He's just whipping out the bomb and the same 2 moves over and over again.
It's difficult for him to find a chance to finish off Beegs here whenever he needs. There he gets the kill.
Nice kill.
Unfortunately, it may be a bit too late. He's got a stock advantage. Lethal at 54%. He's got to pull something off.
You don't know. We've seen him reverse guard multiple people many times, hitting them off the stage, spiking them down. He might be able to do that.
I would argue that Beegs has a bit more game knowledge than Touche does. In those interviews, we learned from Mr. Lethal, up B has iframes. Touche did not know that.
I'm sure Beegs probably knows that at this point, watching the last.
I would say Beegs likely is aware of that. Beegs, an experienced player, probably knows a lot about the movement data here. And
Nice back.
it's a nice backer.
Nice
Unfortunately, 2-0 in favor of Beegs. Unfortunate for Mr. Lethal, I should say.
I don't know what I would do here if I was Mr. Lethal. I think I would have to stay the course. I don't know if I would switch.
It's probably not worth switching character. It's going to be tough. Maybe, if anything, a Wario.
Yes, whip out one of your characters that you haven't.
If he goes back to Ness, I think he'll have the same problem as he has with Game & Watch here, getting a finishing touch, getting that kill. That's where he's going to struggle, I think. What is he going to do here?
Play Pichu, world's greatest character. They have to get Vegeta's theme on again. Pizza Tower. Do Yeehaw Delivery Boy. Soul Pendex theme from Guilty Gear.
Gotta love Guilty Gear.
I love Guilty Gear.
I love Guilty
It's a
Gear.
great one. I played that in a while.
Strive, so fun. Very fun to play. He's running it back.
Who do you play as? Guilty Gear? Anyone?
I play as quite a few characters, but for now, let's focus on that run back. Mr. Lethal,
See you again.
once again playing Game & Watch.
We've seen this stage before. It was the first one they played on.
He is staying his course. He's choosing a platform-ridden level.
There we go. Some damage off. That's really all you can do in this situation. I don't know if Mr. Game & Watch has too many combos other than the up air out of the upfield that Mr. Lethal knows how to pull off. I myself don't know many Game & Watch combos other than Wicked's grabs, but I know Beegs probably won't let you get the...
He forced Beegs into breaking his limit break.
Yes.
Bit of a
He's
waste.
not doing too bad right now at a 93-64 advantage.
It's a bit closer now, yeah.
I would like to take the other side of this. We haven't said anything too much about Beegs. He is a phenomenal player and is doing his darndest here.
Could this be?
Well,
Misses the ledge guard. The limit break just barely coming in time for Beegs here. Nice back air there.
Nice back air.
And
But at 125%, it's not that hard to get a kill off.
it's not too surprising.
Except if you're playing Beegs.
Unfortunately, Game & Watch may have a rough time turning it here. I wonder if we'll see.
That's a nice back
That was a nice back air. He takes it. And that was in a more opportune time for him.
Yes.
We saw him take it a little earlier. I think that'll be beneficial for him. We'll see how much of a turnaround he can get. He gets the air juggle, which Beegs has dealt with well. Beegs has dealt with it well so far.
It has to be like a true combo because there's no way this many players, after watching it happen, fall for that over and over and over.
Just based on the eye test, it looks as though the first up air is true and the second is rated.
Yeah, it's either left or right. And Mr.Lethal is doing pretty good.
I think that's another nice back air.
I think he teabagged him as well, so that's what people are yelling at.
I think 3 stocks are gone. 3 nice back airs as far as I can tell.
I mean, they just said, hey, stream hasn't seen too many back airs right now. Let's throw some in. That limit making Cloud walking.
Ooh. Down smash just barely not killing.
Wow, limit break the wrong way. That's unfortunate.
It's fortunate for Lethal, unfortunate for Beegs. And we have been pretty Lethal focused here. But that's because what is there to say about Beegs?
He's the man. There's a kill.
It's close. It's a close third.
I will say, if I was Beegs during this, I wouldn't be too angry or worried because I'm up 7 to 94%.
Having spoken with Beegs many times, playing against Beegs in a few games casually, he's very calm. He does not lose his cool. He stays chill.
And that limit break.
He thinks clearly. Lethal
like
makes it with the air dodge, but knocked off again.
That limit break is like a nail in the coffin here as he just dared.
He did it!
Mr. Lethal did it!
He got that turnaround!
Congratulations, Mr. Lethal.
You can hear everybody excited to see that from Lethal. He got that turnaround on the ledge. Beegs got a little bit jumpy maybe. Perhaps not considering he could have been so calm there that he didn't think it would be a big deal. We'll see how that goes for him. You love to see that, though.
Yeah.
Lethal took it. He's making it interesting. He's ended the 3-0.
That's nice.
He's ended the 3-0 streak.
That have come through.
Screw Beegs. He's swapping from Beegs Jr. to Screw Beegs. He's changed his mind. He's changed his mind.
What match are we on? I think we're on Hollow Bastion again, which was the one that Beegs cooked. Never mind, we're back on small Battlefield. Does Beegs learn nothing? He cooks up on Hollow Bastion. What is he doing on small Battlefield again?
Maybe he's thinking about a little bit of a redemption.
I know. He's thinking to himself, I didn't want to lose that last one. That was my fault.
He thought, man, I got a little ahead of myself here. Lethal got that turnaround. It was chaotic to watch. I couldn't tell you what exactly happened in the sequence, but all I know is Beegs hit a up B, and that's what caused him to lose that. Lethal got knocked upward by the up B at first. It did not drag him down, and then Cloud went off stage first because of that downward momentum of the up B.
Pretty close, actually, here. They're just screaming things in the background.
How far can Lethal go with that burst of confidence?
I don't know.
Will Beegs be able to shut him down early enough to keep it out?
I would think he would be able to do it. I would like to mention, last game, Mr. Lethal was down 1-3 at one. I don't know how he made a comeback. He held that my.
Oh, wow.
The first
It's the
stock
bucket.
taken.
It's the bucket. He was talking to us about that earlier. It kills early if you can land that bucket. And
He needs to get something off. Beegs is trying to find a hole here.
I gotta say, I was expecting to see a lot more frantic hammers from Lethal here. I thought he'd be gambling for that 9 to get a kill. But no, we saw him hit a nice back air. We saw him take another stock with, I believe it was an up smash, if I'm remembering correctly. And then he got that ledge turnaround. He's got 5 or 6 of those. 5 or 6 ledge turnarounds for Mr. Lethal. He's reversing things.
There's that
Limit
kill
break.
that Beegs has been looking
Beegs
for.
brings it back, but we did get to see Lethal get a kill first. He took first blood, I think, for the first time.
A very good job from Mr. Lethal. Really making himself out to be a comeback kid here. But I wouldn't get too confident here. Limit break, Beegs is still cooking up.
Beegs is 100% still a threat. There's no doubt that it's going to be a challenge, but you can't help but get on the side of the underdog.
You'll basically have to play perfect if he wants to win this game, because if he doesn't win this, then it's done. It's over, and Mr. Lethal has to go to loser's bracket.
Maybe we can ask him after the game, as he's been coming over to visit us after his matches, but I'm curious to know what he was thinking after that turnaround against Beegs. He
Almost
definitely
kills there.
he kept that game 3 closer than the first 2. Beegs, unfortunately, Beegs gets a big up air.
Well, it doesn't really matter here. If I'm being honest, I feel like that was a waste of limit. You could have killed with something else, but you decided to kill with limit.
I'd be curious to know,
96-21.
is
Mr. Lethal down.
Beegs blundering here and there? Is Lethal thanking Beegs' error? He's taken advantage of it? He's gotten a game off of him. 2-1 currently. This second one still close. It's Mr. Lethal down to his last stock. Beegs in high percentage, and he had that turnaround before. What will the limit break do here? I think this limit break may determine the match.
Yes, it will. If he wastes it, then it might not go too well. But if he uses it to his advantage, never mind.
The up B didn't do too much for him. A little bit of
It was
damage.
about 12 damage or so.
Lethal getting pretty high up there, though. It's
We've
starting
seen
to
Lethal
get.
come back from a lot worse.
We've seen him come back, but it's starting to get dangerous. Misses the ledge grab. No punish. He blocks it.
He needs to kill Beegs now, or it might just be done for him.
He's got to get it as soon as possible.
we
And he
go.
takes it with the side tilt. This is going to be close.
Now, if I'm Mr. Lethal, I will stay passive, but still engaging, because you can't
There's
let
that
Lethal get
hammer.
you
He's
can't
throwing the hammer out.
The hammer might have to be his saving grace.
Will we see the number 9?
If he's a gambling man,
If we see the number 9 here, it could turn the tides of Game 4. He's mixing his ledge guards up. He's getting a little jittery, but Beegs is not taking full advantage as he learned after that one mix-up. Here's that limit break. Up air.
limit break comes out at any point he kills.
There it is.
Almost.
Unfortunate for Mr. Lethal.
That was a very valiant effort from Mr. Lethal.
I'd love to speak to both
I
players
know,
after
Beegs
that.
takes
That was...
leaving it 3-1 in favor of Beegs.
It may have seemed a bit favored towards Beegs early on, but Lethal really brought that around. You started